11 weeks of regular season high school football have all led to this opening round postseason action from Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium as the undefeated Prestonsburg Black Cats welcome in the East Ridge Warriors in the opening round of the Class 2A state playoffs in round number 1. Good evening from Prestonsburg. Josh McKinney, Steve Sloan, Whitley Hall here on hand to bring you tonight's opening round matchup, brought to you as always by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. A rematch of last season's first round matchup here in Prestonsburg, a rematch of a game earlier this season, Prestonsburg and East Ridge, a game won by the Black Cats at Lick Creek 41-8. And Steve, we were kind of, talking throughout the week. I don't know any more adjectives we can use to describe this Prestonsburg team, but now that the regular season is over, undefeated, 10-0, the only undefeated team in 2A in the entire state of Kentucky, just the fourth time they've ever finished the regular season undefeated. And, we'll hear from head coach Wes Hager coming up a little bit later in the pregame show, but it's the real season now. And, there's been some people who say that, maybe the excitement level this year hasn't been quite as high, and I don't know if that's true or not, but now it's all about results in the postseason. Last year under first-year head coach Hager, they get to the region final. This year, a better regular season, and now we'll see what they can do in the playoffs.
And it's hard to cap off a better regular season. Last year they went 9-1, so then they finished undefeated this season, and had a good run in the playoffs, and just ran into a good Somerset team here at Prestonsburg last year. But of course, that was last season. We're worried about this season right now, and the real season definitely does get underway tonight in their road to a state championship against a team that they're very familiar with the last couple of years in East Ridge.
They played earlier this year. We mentioned Prestonsburg won at East Ridge 41-8. They won last year here at home versus the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs 39-8. And it's really a series that we'll look at here in a little bit that's really one-sided. I mean, looking at the number of players out there, East Ridge, a team, a program that was really built about 20 years ago when it opened up over in Pike County. And, they're one of those teams that in football, I think the argument could be made it's a lot tougher in the sport of football to build a program and become a contender than any other sport. And they're in Pike County with the Belfries of the world, Pikeville's, Pike Central's been a little bit of an established program. And, they're still trying to get there under fifth-year head coach Donnie Burdine, who had a little bit of success at South Laurel, but it's a program still searching for its first ever postseason win.
Yeah, they're just and like you said, you look at the roster. I mean, they've got some playmakers on their team, but just not a whole lot of bodies out there. And I think that's going to be the issue. And for them to make the playoffs has been a big success for them this year for Coach Burdine. And like you said, just not a whole lot of playoff success win-wise, but they do have a lot of playmakers, but it's just tough for them. If one of their key guys go down, you really don't have very much to replace them. So it's been a tough season for East Ridge, but they did just enough to get into playoffs. But, the reward you get is going up against the Prestonsburg defense has just been unstoppable this year.
We'll look a little bit more at the Warriors as well as the Black Cats as we continue your countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy, serving Allen and Eastern. Pharmacists Wes Howard, Tiffany Jacobs, Stacy Conley, and John Newsom are always there to answer any questions or concerns you have about your medications. You'll always be treated like family when you visit Howard Family Pharmacy. Call 358-4800 or 949-4800 for Howard Family Pharmacy. We'll take a look at East Ridge and head coach Donnie Burdine out of 2A District 8 in 2 minutes when we come back on FM 100 Sports.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. One of the things that makes us the region's best network isn't just our coverage, it's that we're local. You'll find real people right here from home, ready to help you get the best deals on the latest devices. We hear the other carriers bragging about how they cover the middle of nowhere, but this isn't nowhere. All our roads lead to somewhere. So come home to Appalachian Wireless. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Beatty Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Hey there, this is Pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. We're ready to make flu season flu-tastic. Dance your way through flu season with our flu vaccine. At Parkview Pharmacy, our staff are like flu-busting superheroes, and we are armed with the power of prevention. A quick, painless shot will keep you feeling fabulous all season long. Swing on by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, because the only thing contagious here is good vibes. Call and schedule your flu-tastic appointment at 606-377-2117. Walk-ins are welcome also.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Back at Black Cat Stadium in Prestonsburg, getting set for kickoff between the undefeated Prestonsburg Black Cats and the East Ridge Warriors in this 2A first-round matchup of the state playoffs. Time now for your Tale of the Tape, brought to you by Hesterberg Law Firm, where you always receive great defense of your legal needs. That's attorney Tanner Hesterberg and the Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky. This is the 18th meeting all-time between the Black Cats and Warriors. We mentioned it was a one-sided affair. Officially on the record books, Prestonsburg is 16-1. That one loss was a 1-0 forfeit from 2003. Prestonsburg won the game on the field 69-0, but because of a forfeiture later on, that is ruled an East Ridge win. 16-1 all-time record for the Black Cats. We mentioned East Ridge 0-7 all-time in the playoffs, still searching for that first postseason win. Prestonsburg 45-40 all-time in the postseason, including 36-14 at home, 20-7 in first-round games here at Black Cat Stadium, the new and old field. So a lot of success here at home in the playoffs for these Black Cats, and they look to continue that here tonight against East Ridge. East Ridge, of course, coached by Donnie Burdine in his 5th season at the helm, 16 wins, 36 losses, 11th season overall. He spent the previous 6 years at South Laurel in what might be one of the tougher districts in all of Kentucky in Class 5A with North Laurel, Pulaski Southwestern, Pulaski County, 35-78 overall as a head coach in his 11th season. And they run an offense, Steve, if you haven't watched East Ridge before, they run a really quirky, some may call it gimmicky offense where you've got 3 guys that might line up at the quarterback position. They're all kind of bunched up right there behind under center, and it's not been awful. I mean, they run the football 275 yards a game, so it's effective, but you've really got to hit on some big play opportunities if you kind of run that type of offense where, you know, you've got a couple different guys, but it's also kind of a way to kind of hide some deficiencies you might have on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, especially even with Taylor Jordan. We've talked a little bit about him before we came on air. He's one of the big-time, really one of the few playmakers that they have. And you mentioned the rushing games that they have, rushing yards per game. They're second in 2A just behind Prestonsburg. So very impressive. And I've talked to a few people and said they do run a lot of, like, just like you said, kind of gadget plays, kind of things, just try to get out in the open. And it's going to be a tall task, and I'm sure Prestonsburg is well aware because they've played them already, 4th time in 2 years now, regular season and playoffs. So just you got to be ready for it, still be prepared. They of course, East Ridge may throw a couple of new tricks in there, gadget plays as well. So I'm sure Coach Hager and that defensive coaching staff has them ready, film session. So they'll be ready to go for whatever they're thrown at them.
You mentioned Talon Jordan, the junior running back, 1,389 yards on the ground this season, 14 touchdowns. I don't care what kind of offense you're playing in. Those are impressive numbers.
Yes.
Leads the team in all 3 categories along with his 150 rushing attempts. They have 6 players, different players, who have recorded at least 1 rushing touchdown. So they spread the ball around a lot. 4 players with more than 2 rushing touchdowns. And so it is kind of a multi-weapon rushing attack. and you've got a freshman quarterback in Kanan Ramey who can throw the football a little bit, about a 64% completion percentage. They don't throw it much, only 22 pass completions on the season, but they do have a couple of guys who are capable of breaking the big play, here and there. It is going to be a tall task against this Prestonsburg defense, but I think if Eastridge has a chance, Talon Jordan, Kanan Ramey, and sophomore wide receiver Aiden Mullins will be the names we call quite a bit.
Yeah, of course, Mullins and Jordan, your two leading receivers. You talked about the passing game. It's kind of reminiscent of Prestonsburg, but, Prestonsburg can throw the ball as well, but it's there if they need it, but, they're primarily going to run the ball, and we've seen with Jordan and Cole Ratliff, their second leading rusher as well. So, and you mentioned the how many guys they have with more than at least one rushing touchdown. So it's going to be a tough task, like I said, against this Prestonsburg defense. But they've got the playmakers to cause some havoc for this defense. But and we mentioned the gadget play, so they're going to have to try to find something early, and if it works, maybe stick with it.
Eastridge coming into tonight 3-7 overall, 1-3 in Class 2A District 8 as the 4 seed. It was a 3-team tiebreaker between the Warriors, Pike County Central, and Betsy Lane to get into the playoffs with that 3 and 4 spot. Betsy Lane, if it's a 3-way tiebreaker, they go to RPI. The Bobcats well ahead of the other 2 schools in RPI. Eastridge edging out Pike Central by .005 in RPI. If it's me, if it's that close, Pike Central beat this team by 19 points, and you're out of the playoffs by 5,000th of a point. Yeah. Nonetheless, I digress. The Warriors have been playing better as of late. You go back to the Pike Central game, they put up 28 points, allowed 47. But then the last 2 weeks, they lose a shootout to Shelby Valley, 40-32, which kind of caused the tiebreaker to begin with. But then last week, shutting out Harlan 43-0. So maybe a little bit of confidence for this team heading into the playoffs. Congratulations, though, you get to play at Prestonsburg.
Well, and even on the defensive side of the ball, you said they got a big shutout victory against Harlan last week. So you got to try to get as much momentum as you can when you're a struggling team, and you kind of back your way into the playoffs, so to speak. And again, like you said, here you go. You got to come to Prestonsburg, play the only undefeated team in the state, and they're just rolling right now.
The Black Cats are heading to the locker room about 17 minutes away from kickoff between them and the Eastridge Warriors. Opening round action on a Thursday night from Prestonsburg between the Black Cats and Eastridge Warriors in Class 2A. We will hear from head coach Wes Hager. Steve was able to catch up with him earlier about tonight's matchup and about an undefeated regular season, what it meant to him and this program as they have their sights now set on a playoff run tonight and beyond in Class 2A. We'll step aside for 2 minutes and come back with that interview and those comments right here on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
We're back here at Prestonsburg High School with the Howard Family Pharmacy countdown to kick off, getting you set for the first round of the Class 2A playoffs between Eastridge and Prestonsburg. Right now, I'm joined by Prestonsburg head coach Wes Hager. Coach, thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time before the big game tonight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being on.
Coach, you had a lot of expectations coming into season 2 for your team, especially after a successful first season. And most would say and agree that so far you've exceeded those expectations, capping off the 4th undefeated season in program history. Now the real season starts. How are preparations going in to this first round matchup?
Well, the kids do a good job. As far as expectations, I don't know about all that. The kids just play so hard for me. If I had, these kids, these kids are just unbelievable. As far as preparations go for the playoff game, we're just going week by week, take it 1 week at a time, and we have a pretty good game plan for this week, and we're not looking past anyone, so we're just going to take it game by game, and the kids are fired up, especially these past couple weeks. We've had a lot of stuff go on, so these kids are definitely fired up and ready to start the playoffs.
Now let's talk a little bit about your defense, and I'm not trying to bring up bad wounds, but season opener you gave up 46 points to Betsy Lane. I'm saying that to say this now. This defensive unit has been lights out for the rest of the season. In the 9 games since then, you all given up a little under 15 points a game, and you throw in the 46 of Betsy Lane, still under 18 points a game. One of the top teams in 2A in sacks. You talk about that defensive front line. They got some animals on that front line. And the emergence of some guys in your secondary, Sam Hyden leading the way with interceptions, and hard-hitting Clay Runyon. What are your thoughts on the effort that this defense has shown as the season progresses?
The stats, the stats are just a direct reflection of, again, like I said, and like you said, you reiterated that our kids just play so hard. Our defensive, we try to put 11 athletes on the field, and that's what we do. We like to get hats to the football. We pride ourselves in our defense and how fast our defense is, and it makes, my job easier as the head coach offensive coordinator. But as far as the first game, a lot of teams got that film, and it was probably rat poison for them. We kind of changed just about everything we've done defensively. That's probably the most coaching we've had to do from week to week was after that week, because I know we won the game, but in the locker room, even the kids, it felt like we lost. Felt like we lost the game because we give up a lot of points. And but the kids, I've got good kids. They watch film. It makes it easier for a coach when a kid is not happy with the outcome that happened in the game. So again, we just put our heads down and grinded, and we changed up a lot of stuff that week. And like you said, up to this point, we've had one of the best defenses in Class 2A. So those kids are just unbelievable. As far as our secondary, Sam Hyden, team leading 4 interceptions, number 10 in Class 2A. So and he's just a freshman, and he's going to be a weapon for us offensively in the future. So we're tickled to death to have those kids. And Clay Runyon, he would be, he is an unbelievable talent back there. He plays a lot bigger than what he is. Definitely, like you said, one of the hardest hitters in the state of Kentucky. So hard that we've heard some speculation. There's been some meetings about how hard he hits people, and so now officials are looking for it. But we just try to tell him keep it legal, and all his hits are legal.
Yeah.
He does not lead with the head. He's starting to kind of second guess his hits now because people are trying to question it. But he's an unbelievable kid, unbelievable player, and we just got some good kids, man. They deserve the season that they've had. So.
And now, speaking of your offensive, your game plan has been run heavy, and it's been the primary guy has been Kane Patton, and he's been the go-to guy all season. And let's talk about the season he has had and how much he means to this team.
Oh man, I don't want to get emotional, but he's an unbelievable talent, man. You couldn't ask for a more coachable kid. People don't realize this, but he was this good last year. But last year we had 2 seniors that we wanted to ride off into the sunset. Capped their careers off, and they finished both with over 1,200 rushing yards last year. So he blocked for them all season at tight end split, and he was that good last year. But he puts,
he has a team-first mentality. He's going to do whatever it takes to win the football game. And now he's starting to reap the benefits of that, having that mentality, because he's having a phenomenal year. I mean, number one at state's leading scorer, number one in Class 2A in rushing, number 10, I think, now in receiving. But, you know, he can hurt you from anywhere. And, you know, we kind of changed up our offensive scheme this year to kind of put him in a position to hurt defenses no matter what they line up with us. So, as far as he is, you know, he's one of those guys that's a generational talent. You know, I think he's up there with, you know, the Matt Sloan, Seth Heidens, John Ortegas, you know, and the teams that played in the 80s. I think he's up there with all those guys. But, you know, we'll never be able to replace him. If we do, it'll have to be with two or three different guys. But he's just one of those kids that you're just in awe of how he plays the game of football. And he'll be greatly missed, that's for sure.
And Coach, your team suffered a couple of injuries last week in the finale against Estill County. Some key injuries. You know, every injury is important, but you had some guys get hurt, Colin Hatfield and Logan Hall. So what are their statuses for the game?
Colin, he's both those guys are good to go, but we're going to keep Colin out just because of we don't want to, you know, he's still not 100%. So he would have had a kind of a bigger workload this week, so we're not going to really risk further injury to him. So he's going to be out. But Logan Hall is fine. It was just a scare. He's practiced all week, so he's ready to go.
And I know nagging injuries at this point of the year, nobody's 100%. So is everybody else good to go? No other issues injury-wise for the rest of your team?
Absolutely. Everybody's good to go and fired up for the postseason.
All right. Coach, I sure do appreciate your time, and best of luck tonight, and best of luck moving forward into the playoffs. And we'll be right back with more of our pregame in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy with Appalachian Wireless. We're friends, right? How would you and a few of your friends like to save $1,000 in a year off your bill? Here's how it works. When you refer a friend to Appalachian Wireless, you both get $50 in bill credits. It's simple. Just log into your My App Wire account, grab your referral code, and share it. The more friends you invite, the more you can save. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations to find out how you can start sharing today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Back at Black Cat Stadium, about 5.5 minutes away from kickoff between Prestonsburg and Eastridge, first round of the Class 2A state playoffs. And, you know, Steve, you met up with Coach Hager earlier. We just heard his comments on the air. And it's a team that has now shifted gears. They accomplished what they wanted to do in the regular season, 10-0, district championship, back-to-back years. And now it's time for the real season. And, you know, a team that's undefeated, 10-0, you know, how much of a chip can you really have on your shoulder? Where do you find the inner motivation from? Well, earlier this week they got it handed to them on a silver platter. The Class 2A District 7 awards were handed out, and Prestonsburg went over.
Wow.
Coach of the Year went to Randall Mullins at Knott County Central. Player of the Year went to Devin Maynard at Martin County. And listen, I am by no means saying that either one of those individuals is undeserving of the awards. However, you are 10-0. You have done something for only the fourth time any team in your school's history has ever done. You have steamrolled running clock after running clock through district competition, through the regular season, and you get shut out. That is completely I don't know the word to say. My wife is an English teacher. She may know of a couple of words I could use that would not get us fined by the FCC.
Yeah.
But it's utterly ridiculous that would happen. And honestly, I like this team needed more motivation. They found it. And I know there's an opponent that they want to see next week. There's an opponent they would love to see the week after that to show again, because they've already showed it once, who the best team in this district is.
Well, yeah, and that's a couple of words we probably couldn't use, but we'll just keep it PG here. But I mean, here's the thing. You talk about just the dominance they've had, and no disrespect to Coach Mullins from Knott Central. No disrespect to Devin Maynard from Martin County. He has put up historical numbers on in his own right as well. But Prestonsburg beat Knott Central. Prestonsburg beat Martin County for a district championship.
Head-to-head.
And it was all on the back of Kane Patton. Both of those games he had incredible games, and he's had an incredible season. And Coach Hager is, 21-2 in 2 seasons? Is that correct?
That would be, yes, sir.
Yeah, 21-2. So you win back-to-back district championships, but don't win individual awards. Which I mean, I know there was a lot of controversy about that. And of course, you get on social media and see things, but they're not worried about individual awards at this point. They're wanting the big trophy at the end. And yeah, that's bulletin board material. That's more added motivation. And talking to Hager off the record last night, he was like, "Man, we really didn't need any more because these guys are already pumped and ready to go for the playoffs." But they got it. I mean, they got it. And poor Eastridge. I think they're going to be at the disposal of some hard aggression tonight.
Captains and head coaches are at midfield for the coin toss. While we await the results of the coin toss, let's now look at your keys to victory, brought to you by Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf. Come and experience Top Tracer, now available with every bucket of balls and open until 10 p.m. Compete on virtual courses from around the world and fun for the whole family. Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf in Prestonsburg. Tonight's keys to victory, Mr. Steve Sloan. Steve?
First for Prestonsburg would be to contain Talon Jordan. We talked about him pretty good lot in the pregame and how dynamic of a playmaker he can be for Eastridge. And, of course, establishing the run game early. We heard from Coach Hager moments ago that Colin Hatfield, one of the other lead backs for Prestonsburg, he was good to go, but they're keeping him out as a precaution. So kind of like we seen last week against Cecil, maybe try to establish some other guys, get them in the good rhythm with offense. Of course, Barron Kraft and Brody Hicks had great – we know what they can do on defense, but they had great games offensively as well, and Drake Hatfield also, and maybe even try to pass the ball as well, get Brady Allen some reps as well. And finally, defense, man. And we talked about the trickeration, so to speak, of Eastridge and how they can run their offense, but it's going to be a tall task against this defense who is pretty much given up not much this whole season. So should be a fun one if you're a Prestonsburg fan.
Eastridge has won the toss. They have elected to receive the opening kickoff, so we will see Talon Jordan and this Warrior offense to start the football game. And that might be a little bit more motivation, too, for this Prestonsburg defense, one of the top defenses in all of Class 2A. Eastridge in their road white jerseys, navy pants, some white stripe down the side, a white helmet, white numbers and letters, and some of that Columbia blue trim. I've always loved the Eastridge color scheme, the dark blue and the Columbia blue. Prestonsburg running out of the big tunnel in their home red jerseys, black pants with some red and white trim down the side. That iconic black helmet and red P, white numbers and letters and black trim and black cats. Prestonsburg across the front of their chest, and we are getting set for kickoff.
That P is shining bright on this Thursday night here for Prestonsburg.
Not a whole lot going to be shining tomorrow night as some weather set to move into the area. However, that's not going to deter us from bringing you yet another first-round football game.
No, we're football guys, man. We got to go.
Hey,
we're ready.
Sure.
We're ready. We will brave the elements over at the Rock.
We will bring you Betsy Lane at Martin County tomorrow, but not before we bring you Prestonsburg and East Ridge tonight. Josh McKinney, Steve Sloan, Whitley Hall on hand. This countdown to kickoff brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy. Call 358-4800 or 949-4800 for Howard Family Pharmacy. Cash Montgomery, I just got a text message that you are watching at home at McKinney Manor in Allen.
Cash money.
Cash Montgomery, Carter Jackson, Mama Kayla, and Nugget. Nugget's the bulldog.
That's the other baby.
Might as well be the third kid.
Yeah, that's right. And you're the fourth, right?
Well, most days I act like one. Poor Kayla. She doesn't stand a chance. She's not since day one, but we love her. Kickoff from Clay Runyon to the East Ridge Warrior is going to go inside the 15 and picked up by Caden Stewart at his own 12. And he's going to go nowhere. First hit by Keenan Welch inside the East Ridge 15, and that's where the Warriors will set up shop. Great special teams by the Black Cats.
Yeah, that was just great coverage and great hustle down the field by Prestonsburg there. And kind of an odd bounce on that ball, but like you said, East Ridge let it go. And then the returner went back to get it, so he had to backtrack and slow himself down. And tough sledding here for East Ridge starting on the, what's about the 15-yard line?
Officially the 16-yard line. And they break the huddle. And it's going to be a shotgun formation for Talon Jordan. 2 receivers each way, and they're going to do a lot of this.
Here we go, the shifting and
pre-snap movement.
Yeah.
Snap goes to Jordan. It's low, but he picks it up, hops over a lineman at the line of scrimmage, and will fall forward for about a gain of 2 yards on first down.
This is interesting. This is the first time we've got to see East Ridge play this year. I know you've seen them the last couple of years, but interesting. We talked about the quirkiness of the offense, but it's interesting to see in person just the movement on the line and a lot of guys in motion. So we'll see what they can do here.
2nd and 8, East Ridge at their own 18.5-yard line. Jordan in shotgun, along with him a couple of running backs. We'll see which one gets the football. It is going to be Jordan. It's going to be the end around. Gets across the 20, across the 25. First down and more. That is Aiden Mullins on the carry out to the 31-yard line. And a big pickup of 14 yards for East Ridge and a first down.
It was a nice run there. Just kind of another one of those design run plays. Was able to get a first down.
Out to the 31, first down for East Ridge, and 2 plays, positive yardage, and a new set of downs for the Warriors. Their opening possession here against the Black Cat defense. Handoff. Jordan had the motion to maybe distract the Prestonsburg defense. The carry will get about 3 yards out to the 33-yard line. And in there on the carry was Cole Ratliff. So already 3 plays, 3 different ball carriers for East Ridge. 2nd and 7 from their own 34.
And, Josh, one thing I've really noticed is they're going really deep into that play clock. They're trying to melt this clock down, have a long, sustainable drive to try to wear this defense down.
Jordan in shotgun, 1 receiver split wide to the left. Prestonsburg packing that box.
They sure are.
Jordan takes a snap, goes off to the right, gets across the line of scrimmage at the 35, and will fall forward to about the 37. That's a pickup of 3 more yards. Brings up 3rd and short.
Listen, just nickel and dominant right now. They, of course, had the big 14-yard run, but they're just picking up little plays right now. Still running deep into that play clock. Time of possession could be an issue as this one rolls deeper into the game.
Well, time of possession is going to be crucial, but if you're going to keep the ball for a long time,
you got to take care of it.
You've got to be able to take care of it. You've got to be able to get some points because your possessions will be limited as well as your opponents. Jordan in motion back to the shotgun formation. And a whistle and a timeout called by East Ridge.
The play clock was running low yet again as Jordan came into motion to snap the ball. Like might have try draw them off sides there, but East Ridge will see what they can come up with on this 3rd down.
This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Meeting, where pharmacists Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time out to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. A lot of games statewide being moved to tonight because of the impending weather, including a couple of games in our region. Knott County Central, the 3 seed, at Shelby Valley, the 2 seed. I think the Patriots get the Wildcat. That's my opinion. And then you have Johnson Central. That train keeps on rolling.
Man,
they're hosting Harrison County tonight
tough.
in Class 4A. 3rd and 4, East Ridge. 9:23 to play, first quarter. First drive of the ball game for the Warriors. Talon Jordan, the all-purpose quarterback in shotgun, takes the snap, and he's going to get across the 40, and is going to fall ahead for a first down at the 43-yard line.
And that was just a nice little run there. Got a lead block, found the gap, and was able to get enough for the first down. So East Ridge keeps it moving.
Another first down run for Jordan. He's got 11 yards on 3 carries, and the second first down on this first drive by the Warriors.
I'm telling you, just tell by the way the offensive line is getting up to the line. They are in no hurry.
Pre-snap motion again. Jordan in motion. Now at the shotgun position, standing at his own 40. 1st and 10. Gives the ball off around the left side. Squirting across the 45 is going to be the ball carrier, Connor Grizzle. His first carry of the night. It's going to be a gain of 5
again.
Gain of 4 out to the 47.
But yet again, that's all you got to do right now. You don't. It'd be nice for East Ridge if, I'm sure they would like to run off a big play or two, but if you're just going to run it down their throat and try to get on the outside, if you can get 5-6 yards of carry, then you're in good shape.
They are going to make Prestonsburg make the adjustments defensively. 2nd and 6, 8:10 to play, first quarter. On the keeper, Ratliff, he faked it to Jordan. He kept it. He's going to be down at the 50-yard line. That's going to be another gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and short from midfield.
Listen, this offense is something else. I mean, this is, to see it in person is really neat. Just the unbelievable bag of plays, I guess you could say, that Burdine has. I mean, he's going deep into it already. We've seen some RPOs and just a little bit of everything running ball, and here they got a manageable 3rd down.
7:35. They've kept it for 4.5 minutes, facing a 3rd and short at the 50. Jordan on the keeper. Gets across the line of scrimmage for maybe a yard, but it's going to be a 4th down forthcoming for East Ridge on this opening drive.
Well, I mean, you're right at about the 50-yard line, maybe the 49 now, but you got to 4th down here. You got to go for it. This has been a great opening drive, and with the way they're running the ball, offensive line really opening the hose up for East Ridge. Got to go for it, and I think they're going to.
And they're really attacking the middle of that Prestonsburg defense. They're not getting out on the edges. They're really going right up the gut in between the tackles. 4th and short. Handoff's going to go to Ratliff. No, Ratliff was the second man through. It was Grizzle. And I think he might be about a half a yard short, Steve.
He was close. Of course, we got kind of faked out on who had the ball, but
they're going to bring out the sticks to measure.
That's going to be real close. If they give him the first down, that's going to be a very generous spot.
It was 4th and 2 from the Prestonsburg 49. Connor Grizzle got the carry. He needed 2 yards. It looks like from here, and I'm a couple of yards downfield, it might be about a stack of paper short.
Well, it looks
we're going to have a measurement.
Looks like they were, I don't know, they're maybe having some issues with the sticks over there.
East Ridge has held the ball for 5 minutes and 9 seconds.
Man, this would be a tough blow for East Ridge right here to hold the ball that long and not been able to get it on 4th down, especially when you're entering into plus territory.
Logan Stumbo and Maddox Pugh out there right at the spot to get a look at it. And it's going to be a
short.
full yard short.
Wow.
And Prestonsburg holds on 4th and 2. Forced the turnover on downs, and you're right. That could be a big blow to the East Ridge offense to hold the ball for more than 5 minutes and come up short on 4th and short.
They done great. I mean, you got to give it to them on that opening drive, and they had some gadget plays like we talked about, but just wasn't able to pick up. I mean, they, like you said, a yard short on that 4th down.
Prestonsburg takes over at its own 48-yard line. A.J. Johnson in shotgun with Kane Patton on his right side. That's not Patton, that's Drake Hatfield. He gets the first carry of the ball game across the 50 out to the 49 of Eastridge for a short gain of 3 on first down.
And we mentioned his name as one of the guys in our keys to the game to be one of the guys to establish him, get him some much-needed valuable reps as he has the ability to break off some big plays. But he's more of a defensive guy, but kind of like Hicks and Kraft, but you got several options to be able to run the ball, take somewhat of the load off of Patton.
Just his 23rd carry, has 165 yards on the season, does Hatfield. Now 2 backs in the backfield with Johnson and shotgun. This time Patton gets the football around the right side, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard on the carry by Patton. Nice job by that Eastridge defense.
Oh, yeah, that was just good coverage right there to be able to stop the point of attack. And, of course, we've seen so many times that Patton can normally get beat most defenders around the edge, but Eastridge really stopped him right there, sets up a 3rd down here for Prestonsburg.
3rd and 7 from the Eastridge 49 for the Black Cats on their opening drive here in the first quarter. 6:07 to play. A.J. Johnson, the play action, setting up the pass, has all kinds of time, lets it fly, and if it was a basketball shot, I would say it was deflected. That ball just did not come out of his hand well at all, and it's going to fall well short of both Patton and Allen.
Allen had his man beat for a split second. I'm not sure Johnson saw him, but when the ball was in the air, there was no way it was catchable, but there was some contact. There was some holding on Allen's jersey, but nevertheless, it's going to be a 4th down here for Prestonsburg, and they're probably going to go for it.
Well, he had all kinds of time to sit back there and look over the defense, and the ball just kind of fluttered out of his hands a little bit. 4th and 7 from the Eastridge 49. Hatfield in the backfield with Johnson. Patton and Allen and split wide to the left. Johnson rolls to the left. Gets out of 1 tackle in the backfield. He's going to keep it across the first down marker and slides down inside the 35-yard line at the 31. A big pickup of 18 yards for A.J. Johnson on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you what, he really had to improvise on that play, Josh, because his receivers downfield were not open. Didn't have any options at all except to run. And it seems like when he got right there at the first down, he put on the Jets to gain a few more yards to keep this drive alive.
Jacoby Gibson had a shot at him in the backfield for Eastridge and was not able to get any more than just a big right hand on him. And you'll need more than that to bring down Johnson. 1st and 10 Black Cats at the Eastridge 31 after the big 18-yard run by their QB. Johnson again on the QB keeper. Gets a big block on the right side by Byron Powers. And then Johnson's going to be tripped up inside the 30 at the 28.
That was a great block, but an even better stop there. Containment by the defender is like a QB spy as the keeper for Johnson sets up 2nd down.
4:55 to play first quarter. Prestonsburg first offensive possession after a big 4th down stop on Eastridge's first drive. 2nd and 7 at the Eastridge 28. Logan Stumbo and Brody Hicks go in motion left to right. Now Patton goes in motion. It's the short toss to Patton. Gets across the right side, across the 20. Gets 2 defenders across the goal line for a Black Cat touchdown. But there is a penalty marker back at the 28-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage.
Holding.
And it's going to be a holding call against the Black Cats.
So we've seen so many times before, and we mentioned it earlier in this drive, that there's really nobody going to beat Patton to the edge. That was one of the reasons why he got such a great advantage on that one as a hold, but that'll negate the touchdown.
You know, we talk a lot about angles as a defender wanting to cut off the angles, and Patton is so quick. You know, he got a good block by Allen about the 10-yard line, but he gets to the spot before 2 defenders can converge on him.
Yeah.
He just gets there so quick. The big 28-yard run nullified by a holding penalty brings up 2nd and long, 2nd and 17 from the Eastridge 38. And a timeout called by Eastridge. The second timeout called by Donnie Burdine with 4:31 to play here in this first quarter. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Pharmacist Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their entire staff will always take time out to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. So, Steve, we've seen East Ridge control the clock. They came up about a yard short on their first drive, and now Prestonsburg's turn at it. And, you know, they've gotten one big run by Johnson, an 18-yarder on fourth down, but it's really been a struggle up to this point for them offensively.
And again, you said the big run by Johnson, and again, it was on fourth down. And so you got to give credit to the defensive game plan so far for East Ridge, been able to contain Patton and been able to shut down the other rushing threats, even though Johnson had that one big one. And they got a big break on that penalty there on the Patton touchdown run, or the toss. So that would have counted as a pass, but a big credit to East Ridge so far on the defensive side. Because we talk about Prestonsburg defense and how tough it is to hold them off, and it's been just as tough to contain the Prestonsburg offense, but East Ridge has done a great job so far.
Two receivers out to the right. That's Patton and Allen. Hatfield in the backfield with Johnson in shotgun. 2nd and 17. Johnson on the QB keeper. Gets around the right side. He's going to pick up the first down and more across the 20, and is going to be knocked out of bounds near the East Ridge 10-yard line. Another big run for A.J. Johnson.
I mean, you talk about Patton kind of struggling early on so far, but Johnson is really done the brunt of the work here on this drive. 2 big-time runs for a new set of downs each time. Sets up Prestonsburg in the red zone.
Ryan Centers watching from Lawrence County says go Prestonsburg. Also Trish Sloan and Brenda Harrison watching from Pike County saying go Warriors. We appreciate the visiting team always tuning in tonight. 1st and goal, Black Cats at the 10. The handoff goes to Hatfield. He's brought down from behind by Grizzle. Excellent tackle from behind by Grizzle. Hatfield, though, does get the ball down to the 5-yard line.
It was able to pick up a few yards there, but like you said, a nice tackle by Grizzle for East Ridge. Sets up a 2nd and goal here for Prestonsburg. And this might be a keeper or try to maybe get another play to Patton around the edge.
Under 4 to play, first quarter. First offensive possession for Prestonsburg. Johnson, the shotgun snap, gives it to Patton. And Patton's going to get bottled up inside the 5 and is going to be tackled for a really short gain, maybe a yard. Give credit to Caden Stewart as well as Ian Ramey to bring him down at the 4-yard line after a short gain of 1.
I'll tell you what, and Patton tried to get to the outside, but East Ridge defenders are right there at the point of attack to shut that down. So here we go, another 3rd down here for Prestonsburg.
3rd and goal at the 3.5-yard line of East Ridge for Prestonsburg. Allen and Hatfield split wide out to the right. Brody Hickson at tight end. Patton in the backfield with Johnson. Patton gets the football, lowers the shoulder, and gets it across the goal line for a touchdown. No laundry. 6 points on the board for the Black Cats.
And that was just a simple run play right up the middle there. Great job by the offensive line to open it up, and Patton gets in yet again.
A McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown, a name you've known and trusted in Floyd County for more than 30 years. McDowell Professional Pharmacy. On to attempt the point after is none other than A.J. Johnson himself. We're on the season. Sorry, Whitley. On the season, he is 5 of 8. And this one is not going to make it to the crossbar. That was Patton. I'm sorry, not Johnson. So the score remains 6-0 Prestonsburg. 3:03 to play, first quarter. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, B.D. Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hazard.
Hey, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. Your feet are your foundation, and taking care of them is essential. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and at Parkview Pharmacy, we understand the unique challenges you face when it comes to foot care. That's why we offer a wide range of over-the-counter diabetic foot care items to assist you in living your best life. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy and let us help you put your best foot forward. Give us a call at 606-377-2117.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Kickoff fielded by Jordan at his own 16-yard line, and he's going to run it up to about his own 30, so a solid return by Talon Jordan, and that's where the East Ridge offense will set up here on their second offensive possession here in the first quarter.
Well, Josh, we've seen what they were able to do. Ran nearly over 5 minutes off the clock, and had some great momentum going, a great rhythm with some of those gadget plays that we've seen, and just weren't able to get enough on that fourth down play. Let's see what they can do here.
Sandy Wallen watching from Alabama says, "Go Black Cats." Jordan in motion. It's going to be a keeper for Grizzle. Gets across the line of scrimmage for a couple of yards out to about the 34. We'll see where they spot him. It will be a decent gain on first down, about 4 yards.
And again, that's all you got to do. I know they try to rip off a big play if they can, but if they get 3, 4, 5 yards every time and just keep those chains moving, and easier said than done to wear this defense down and run that clock. So it's been a good game plan so far.
2nd and 6 Warriors at their own 34-yard line. 2:20 to play first quarter. Jordan is going to hand it off to Mullins, who is going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage again. We've got the FAR judge saying one spot, and they're going to give him a yard on the play. So 1 yard by Aiden Mullins brings up 3rd and 5 from the 35.
It was a design run play there as Mullins was in motion, but sniffed out real quick by that Prestonsburg front line as we set up a 3rd down.
Also saw Caleb Hager is watching, the middle of the 3 Hagers.
Okay.
Wes and Landon, the other 2. And I'll say this, Caleb was one of the just better individuals I ever had the privilege of coaching. Of course, I did so on the baseball field. Jordan, QB sweep around the right edge is not going to get much on the short side of the field. And they're going to give him a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and about 4 from their own 36-yard line.
And I think East Ridge really, even though they're not in plus territory, you got to go for it here. Pretty much anywhere you are is going to be 4-down territory. But one thing I've seen so far is they're having issues with the snap. They've had a lot of low snaps, and we've got another timeout by East Ridge. It's a 3rd one.
With 1:37 to play in the first quarter,
wow.
East Ridge has used its 3rd and final timeout. Down 6-0, facing a 4th and 4 from its own 36-yard line. This timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Pharmacists Valerie Akers and Shannon Turner will always take time out for your medications. They ask you to take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie.
So, I mean, obviously he's seen something that he didn't like, or maybe he's seen something that he could capitalize on. But if they don't get it here and you waste your last time out, then that's tough. And if you don't get it, Prestonsburg's got great field position, and we've seen what they can do in a short field, especially with the run game.
Well, on the season, East Ridge is 22 of 49 passing the football. Half of those completions have gone to Mullins. Exactly 11 have gone to Mullins. We'll see what they draw up on 4th and 4. We've got all kinds of pre-snap movement of the good kind. And it's going to be a sweep for Jordan around the left side. He's got nowhere to go. Is going to be bottled up from behind, a couple of yards shy of the first down at about the 37. Nice job there by Clay Runyon, Drake Hatfield on the play, Maddox Pugh, and he's going to come up about 1 yard short again after the pickup of 3. And that play just wasn't going to go
didn't develop
much anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't develop at all, and I mean, you got to question that. I mean, obviously he might have thought he'd seen something. Coach Burdown thought he might have saw something where they could expose the defense, but just
well, they had a couple of guys go out for a pass, and Jordan was by himself taking on 4 Prestonsburg defenders on the edge, and you wonder if it was maybe like a flip it up and throw it if you see something and he just didn't see it. Nonetheless, it's another turnover on downs, and Prestonsburg takes over inside the East Ridge 40. Johnson, the RPO keeper, tackled from behind by Ian Ramey. A loss of 2 on the play. Excellent job by the East Ridge junior defensive lineman.
And Ramey stayed home on that RPO. Sometimes that's why they call it a read pass or a run pass, but it's tough sometimes to make that read if you're a defender. And he stayed home on that one, causing a tackle for loss.
And that's not the first time Ramey's gotten in the Prestonsburg backfield. He got back there earlier, just wasn't able to get any more than a hand on Johnson, who was able to escape for a big gain down the far sideline. This time able to tackle the Prestonsburg quarterback for a loss. Johnson in shotgun. 50 seconds to play first quarter. Flips it out near sideline to Patton. Makes one man miss at the 35. Still staying in bounds and will eventually spin out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Call it the 34, a pickup of 6 yards on the play.
I mean, he got 6 yards, but he might have had 3, and he just his shiftiness and the way he could move, he earned those last couple yards, but it'll be a third down here for Prestonsburg.
3rd and 4, another third down for the Black Cat offense at the East Ridge 34-yard line. This is about the time that we see Johnson make a big play. He has an 18-yard run and a 28-yard run, both on 3rd and 4th down. Patton in the Wildcat. Fakes it to the left, now goes to the right. Gets across the 20, across the 10. Touchdown, Kane Patton. Touchdown, Black Cats.
And just another impressive run. And you talked about Johnson the first couple of times, and now Patton been able to pick up these big plays on 3rd and 4th down, and that one went to the house for another Black Cat touchdown.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown, a name you know, a name you trust in Floyd County for more than 30 years, McDowell Professional Pharmacy. 2 touchdowns for Kane Patton, the last one 34 yards. He's got 38 yards on 4 carries. Half of those carries have gone for a touchdown. And now we'll see the Black Cats go for 2, up 12-0 with 34 seconds to play in this first quarter. Patton and Allen split wide out to the left. Hatfield on the right side of Johnson in shotgun. And a whistle and a timeout called by Wes Hager, who did not like something he saw before that 2-point conversion snap.
You could tell from his body language walking out on the field, he was not very happy with the formation or something that was going on. And I'll tell you what, that's the reason you have timeouts. Here in the first half, they ain't going to take them home with them. So Eastridge has none, and of course Prestonsburg has 2. But Josh, that was just an incredible run there to find an open hole by Patton. And we talked about Eastridge's defense being able to contain him early, but man, that's not going to last the whole game. He just has such great breakaway speed that he is going to find an alley and he's going to go, and that's what he's done here this drive.
And listen, Prestonsburg right now, at least for the moment's in a dogfight.
They are.
Eastridge has been able to move the football. They've been able to control some clock. They have come up. They've had the ball twice, and both times have come up 3 feet short on 4th down. And they're making Prestonsburg earn it offensively. That was a big run by Patton just now on 3rd down for 34 yards. But the Black Cats they've had to work a little bit. And outside of Martin County a couple weeks ago, they've not had to work a lot. I mean, it's really come fairly easy to them for a large part of the season. Black Cats going for 2. Johnson in shotgun. Hatfield with him on the right side. Patton to the right, Allen to the left. It's a pass. Patton catches it in the end zone, had position on the defender, and the 2-point conversion is good. 14-0, Prestonsburg on top of East Ridge. 34 seconds to play in the first quarter. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your circuit court clerk.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Free kick out of bounds by Prestonsburg on the ensuing kickoff, and Eastridge will take over at its own 39-yard line to start this next possession. Down 14-0, 34 seconds to play opening quarter. Eastridge trying to find something on these offensive drives. They come up short on fourth down twice. Snap goes to Ratliff, who will be stopped after a short gain on the play of about 2 yards. Giving 3 yards out to the 42.
So I think Eastridge is content with that being the last play. We still had 15 seconds, but they're going to the sideline.
Hey, listen, if they don't have to run a play and they can prolong this game as much as possible, or shorten the game as much as possible, they're going to do it. After 1 quarter of play, Prestonsburg 14, Eastridge nothing. Back with second quarter action on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
2nd and 7, Eastridge. Grizzle on the keeper, and a whistle will blow the play dead. And
false start.
Illegal motion, false start against Eastridge will back them up to their own 37-yard line, brings up 2nd and 12.
And, you know, Josh, as much movement as they have on the line and shifting and motion, that was just their first penalty. You're surprised they probably wouldn't have a lot more of those, but nevertheless, that's going to set them back 5 yards.
Score update from Pike County. Robinson Creek, Knott County Central on top of Shelby Valley, 30-7 at halftime. And the winner of this game will play the winner of that game next week, so we will keep an eye on that one as the night progresses. And another flag will blow dead, and we'll have another
I think false start again.
penalty against the Warriors. We'll back them up 5 more yards. No. Nope. Yep. I thought that was offsides. Okay. They
offsides on the offense?
Sure.
Well, I guess.
Either
That's
way.
what the signal was.
Back them up 5 more yards to the 32. Now it's 2nd and South Lake Drive.
There you go. I knew we had to get one in sometime or another.
2nd and 17 at their own 32-yard line. Snap goes to Ratliff, hands it off on the reverse to Aiden Mullins, who gets to the 35, and that's about it. A short gain of 3 yards on the play brings up 3rd and long for Eastridge.
And the penalty is definitely not helping Eastridge's cause there, but it's starting to look like right now, though, that these gadget plays, they may have sniffed them out a lot, and this defense really starting to settle in here for Prestonsburg.
Yeah, you wonder if the lightning in the bottle for Eastridge was those first two drives where they got the ball near midfield and just couldn't convert on 4th and short. Now 3rd and 14. Jordan, sweep to the left. He's going to get across the 35 and shoved out across the 40. It's going to be a 4th and much more manageable near the 45-yard line of Eastridge.
But again, you're in that position where you have to go for it. I mean, it's the only choice you got. So, but that was a nice run to the far side there by Jordan to make it a little bit more manageable here. It looks like to be 4th and 7. So we'll see what they can draw up here.
A gain of 8 for Jordan. 4th and long with 11-12 to play. Jordan with the snap. It's going to be another sweep, and he's going to get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a yard. Drake Hatfield, Logan Stumbo, Maddox Pugh, Sam Hyden, the birthday boy.
You name him.
In there on the tackle. A holding penalty against Eastridge will be declined by Prestonsburg, and they will take over on the 3rd turnover on downs by Eastridge.
You know, Josh, and we mentioned it, the first drive, they were trying to get to the outside. They were effectively running the ball up the middle on this Prestonsburg defense, but the last 2 drives they've tried to go to the outside, and Prestonsburg just got the athletes to be able to contain them, and that's one of the main reasons, you know, they've went 0 for 3, especially the last 0 for 2 on 4th down conversions, and you're giving it back to Prestonsburg again with great field position.
And I think that's the adjustment made by that Black Cat defense after that first drive. Johnson under center, hands off to Patton around the right side. And Patton's going to go right up the gut, and he's going to go to pay dirt. First play after the turnover on downs, Kane Patton, 48 yards, 3rd touchdown of the night. Black Cats are starting to pour it on here in the 2nd quarter.
That's what these Black Cat fans have been accustomed to all season, just that breakaway speed for Kane Patton. We seen it last week with that 91-yard touchdown against Estill County, and really putting it on now. Had 38 the last touchdown and 48 here.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown in service in Floyd County for more than 30 years. A name you know and trust, McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Johnson, the reverse to Brody Hicks. He runs it in untouched for the 2-point conversion, and the Black Cats lead 22-0. 10:59 to play, 2nd quarter. Black Cats 22, Warriors 0. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Kickoff by Clay Runyon, fielded at the 17-yard line by Caden Stewart, and Stewart sees a seam. Ooh. He gets across the 40 before he is leveled by Clay Runyon himself, and he kicks more like Pat McAfee in terms of the tackling ability. Usually when you got the kicker to beat, it's you got a pretty safe bet, but not when Runyon's the one kicking off.
Goodness, that was a lick right there.
Stewart, a good return out to the 42-yard line, and he is stopped right there by Runyon.
And it was a great return, and Runyon, we talked about his hard-hitting abilities with Coach Hager in the pregame, and, man, that was a hard hit.
First and 10, East Ridge at their own 42, down 22-0. Grizzle, the triple reverse, goes to Mullins around the left side, and he's going to be stopped for a short gain. Might have gotten out to the 45-yard line. But right there to bring him down was Runyon again. Who'd have thunk it?
I'll tell you what, and Eastridge trying to do everything they can to get something going, and especially after that first drive, they played so great on the offensive side, and they just haven't been able to do nothing since. This Prestonsburg defense has really pinned their ears back.
2nd and 8 at their own 44. Man in motion is Jordan. Grizzle's going to keep it on the fake, and he's going to be tackled for a short gain of 1 by Barron Kraft, who did what you're taught to do, and that's hit him low. Gain of 1 on the run by Connor Grizzle brings up a 3rd and 7 from the 45. Eastridge now with 62 yards on 19 carries for an average of 3.3. A far cry from the 275 they've been averaging this season. 9:30 to play, second quarter. Eastridge down 22-0. Handoff goes to Mullins, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Immediately.
Brody Hicks in there on the play. Loss of 1 from Mullins brings up 4th and 8.
So, again, Eastridge, they're going to go for it, but, you got to come up with something a little bit more creative in the last 2 possessions. Jordan going to the outside both ways and see what they can do here. But
it seems as though Prestonsburg has been stuffing the box with the linemen and allowing those linebackers to roam free on the edges, and it's been a real problem for this East Ridge offense. They're going to punt the ball away. It's a bad snap, and it's going to be down inside the 30 by Cole Ratliff, and he had nowhere to go with Kraft, Hatfield, Hicks and company bearing down on him. That's going to be a big, big loss.
You'd honestly been better going for it, with something like that happening. But
that's a loss of 17 yards on 4th down, and Prestonsburg takes over inside the East Ridge 30 at the 28-yard line, already up 22-0.
And scored on 1 play on their last possession. That was about a little over 2 minutes ago, game time. But so they've got the big playability. They can score quick in a hurry again.
Black Cats break the huddle. Johnson in shotgun with Hatfield. Wide to the left is Patton. In the slot is Allen. It's a pass. Johnson, clean pocket. Looks down the left sideline and overthrows Patton on the near hash. Incomplete. And, we had kind of heard before the broadcast that the Black Cats may try to get the ball in the air a little bit, maybe work on the pass protection, which has been pretty good. Johnson, though, has kind of misfired on 2 of his 3 pass attempts so far here tonight.
Yeah, Patton had his guy beat right there, and he was wide open, just overthrew it. So, see if they try it again here or go back to what they're accustomed to with that run game.
2nd and 10. Johnson looks to throw. It's going to be a wide receiver screen left side to Patton.
Oh, my.
Has blockers, has a convoy.
Man.
Inside the 10. Patton, touchdown, Black Cats.
That was just too easy right there. That's all you can say about that one. Like you said, he had a convoy of blockers untouched for yet another touchdown, his 4th of the night. 3 rushing, 1 receiving.
You had Brady Allen on the right side jumping and throwing his arms in the air as a decoy, and then the screen was to the left. And 28 yards later, Patton scores his 4th touchdown. 28-0 Prestonsburg, 8:31 to play in this second quarter after the 4th McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown in service for more than 30 years. A name you know, a name you trust, McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
And it looks like they're lining up probably for an extra point here, PAT.
The last 4 times Kane Patton has touched the football, they've resulted in touchdowns. Johnson to attempt the point after. It's up. It's good. He's now 7 of 12 on the season for PATs, and that makes it 29-0 Black Cats in the second quarter. Black Cats on top, shutting out the Warriors. 8:31 to play in the second. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Some miscommunication on the kickoff. Cole Ratliff eventually picks it up inside his own 25 and will return it out to the 29-yard line, and that is where East Ridge takes over. Now down 29-0, and Steve, it was 14-0 with 34 seconds to play in the first quarter. It took Prestonsburg nearly 9 minutes to score its first points, and it's since the floodgates have started to crack a little bit under the pressure for East Ridge. Now down 4 scores midway through the second quarter with the football. Jordan on the keeper around the right side, and again that edge is not there. Baron Kraft slings him to the ground back at the 26-yard line. A loss of 3 on the play for Jordan.
Yeah, and you talked about the adjustment this staff has made just on the fly here, that they've stacked that box, and that's causing the linebackers and even the edge rushers as well as Kraft to be able to get outside and contain these runners, and it's just been tough sledding here for East Ridge.
An update at halftime in Johnson County. Johnson Central leads Harrison County 41-0 at the break.
I think that one might be
The
over.
Golden Eagles have run 20 plays for 347 yards.
Wow.
The Thoroughbreds have 88 total yards. Handoff for East Ridge goes to Ratliff. He gets through the line across the 30 out to the 31 for a solid gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and long for East Ridge.
And that's one of the few times since the opening drive they were able to find a hole in the middle there and pick up positive yardage, but yet another 3rd down here for East Ridge.
3rd and 8. My math was not mathing on that.
Listen,
that's
okay. That's okay. It's been a long day this week.
3rd and 8 East Ridge. 7 minutes to play first half. Grizzle to Jordan. Reverse goes to Mullins around the left side, and he's going to be tripped up at the 30. May have fallen forward for a gain of 1.5, but nonetheless, it's going to bring up a 4th and long at their own 33 for the Warriors.
Well, I think they'll probably go for it here. Just the fact that they weren't able to handle the punt last possession, but I mean, there's only so many plays you can run now. Prestonsburg's pretty much sniffed everything out, and these linebackers, especially that front 7, is just dominant.
Handoff or snap goes to Jordan. He nearly breaks a tackle at the 35, but cannot escape Kraft again. It's going to be a decent gain of about 4 out to the 37. But it's going to be well short of a first down, and the Black Cats will take over.
So they've had 5 offensive possessions, 0 for 4 on 4th down.
And 3 have been by a yard.
Yeah, real close. I mean, they have been very close.
Trips both ways for the Black Cats. Johnson by himself in the backfield. Patton comes in motion.
One deep.
He's going to throw deep down the near side. He's got Hayden, and Hayden, excellent effort, but the ball sailed out of bounds. It would not have been a catch anyway. Little too far out of bounds for the freshman and birthday boy, Sam Hayden.
Happy birthday, Sam. And that was a great effort by Hayden. But again, we talked about the deep ball ability of Johnson. He's thrown a little too high or a little too far last couple of throws, and you'd mentioned it on the last drive. They may want to try to work on some of the passing game to give these receivers some confidence.
Bunch formation and shotgun for Johnson. It's going to be a touch pass to the man in motion, Barrett Hunter. Gets across the 30, tripped up short of the first down at about the 28-yard line, so brings up 3rd and 1 for the Black Cats.
I guess that would be a good way to boost your completion percentage too, just those little toss plays. It was a nice pickup, though, by Hunter to set up a 3rd and short.
3rd and 1 Black Cats. 6:08 to play, second quarter at the Eastridge 28-yard line. 29-0. Prestonsburg on top. 2 receivers each way for A.J. Johnson. Hands off to Hatfield, and he's going to get the first down across the 26 at the 25-yard line. A pickup of 3. He just needed 1. Moving the sticks is Drake Hatfield.
There's a nice run there by Hatfield. Maybe try to get some more carries for him as well. Another one of those unsung guys that are going to get plenty of opportunities with his brother Colin out tonight.
1st and 10, Prestonsburg. 1 more touchdown in PAT will put that clock in motion the rest of the evening. 5:31 to play. Johnson looking to the left. He's got Hyden over the middle and could not come up with a sliding grab. He had a couple of steps on his defender. If that ball's out in front of him instead of at his feet, that is an easy touchdown for Sam Hyden and A.J. Johnson.
And he still made a great effort to go down low and catch that, and it just hit the carpet before he was able to make the catch. But great effort by Hyden, and Johnson just got a little bit more accurate with his throwing, especially deep downfield.
2nd and 10. Johnson has gone incomplete, complete, incomplete, touchdown, incomplete, complete, incomplete.
Well, now we know what to expect next.
Next pass attempt will surely be a completion. We're going to see what it is. Looking deep. He's got his man Patton, and off of his fingertips in the back of the end zone, incomplete.
That was going to be tough to keep it to stay in bounds because that was at the back of the end zone. He got it. He had his hands on it, but it was going to be tough for him to stay in.
It's almost like Johnson is just holding on to the football for a half a second too long.
Yeah,
if he throws that ball a second earlier, Patton doesn't have to worry about trying to keep his feet in bounds.
No.
It was a good throw, just kind of ran out of room with the arm strength. 3rd and 10.
And listen, he's got a great arm. He was throwing 50 yards easy into the end zone in warm-ups.
End around goes to Patton. Patton is going to go untouched, 25 yards for another touchdown. The Hurricane is coming early to Eastern Kentucky tonight. 4 consecutive rushes for Patton have gone for a touchdown. This one to put Prestonsburg on top, 35-0.
I mean, what else can you say? I mean, they tried the pass attempts and wasn't able to get it on 3rd down or 1st and 2nd, and on the 3rd down, Patton just doing what he does best, and he has taken over this second quarter.
Patton's first 3 carries netted 4 yards. The last 3 have gone for 107.
That's pretty good. That's good.
Johnson for the point after. Allen gets the ball down. The kick is up, and it is right down Broadway.
Nice kick.
5:15 to play, second quarter. Prestonsburg rolling. Keep that clock a-moving, says the White Hat. 36-0 over East Ridge. Back in 60 on FM 100 Sports.
Hey, are you stuck with a carrier that doesn't get you? Yeah, we get it. So at Appalachian Wireless, switching is easy and way more rewarding. With our promotions, you can port your number, grab incredible savings, and enjoy a service that feels a little bit more like home. Plus, we've got the latest devices and a team that's here just for you. So why settle? Visit us online or stop by one of our many retail locations today to see why we're the region's best network. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Beatty Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Moak and Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Moak and Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
The kickoff from Clay Runyon hit an up lineman for Eastridge. Fortunately, the Warriors were able to recover at their own 44-yard line, down 36-0, and the running clock has been put in motion. Now under 4 minutes to play in this first half.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't expecting that one, but it did take a big bounce. So, like you said, Eastridge was lucky to recover.
Snap goes to Ratliff, gets across the 45 before he is met by Maddox Pugh.
He took a
goodness.
He took a page out of his teammate Runyon's playbook right there. My goodness, what a hit. That was a nice run, but it was immediately stopped by Maddox Pugh. And that's one of the names that we've said his name, but he don't get a whole lot of attention compared to his teammates like Kraft and Hicks and even Runyon and Hyden. But you look at Maddox Pugh and Logan Hall.
Well,
those two guys are the leaders of this defense.
Pugh only leads the team with 125 tackles.
That's all.
18 of those for loss. Some more trickery. Jordan is going to pick up the first down out to the 46-yard line of Prestonsburg. A lot of movement after the snap and some trickery. And Jordan's going to move the sticks and pick up the Warriors' third first down.
And you got to think, Josh, this is the first time they've been past the 50 all second quarter, and they have struggled mightily, but they've got something going right now.
And the Warriors did receive the opening kickoff. They won the toss and elected to take the football first. Handoff, Ratliff keeps it, gets across the 45, and not much more after that. A pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7. With 2:15 to play in this second quarter, running clock in this first round matchup of the Class 2A state playoffs. Prestonsburg hosting East Ridge. Black Cats on top 36-0. 2nd and 7 at the Prestonsburg 43. Snap's going to go, the handoff's going to go to Mullins, who is met by Pugh and Logan Stumbo. Stumbo went low, Pugh went high. And a short gain from Mullins of about 2 yards.
And that was just great form tackling right there by Pugh, and just unbelievable effort here for this defense. And you talk about the front seven and the secondary, but these linebackers are just the leaders.
Another handoff, and this quick snap is going to go up the middle to Ratliff. He gets across the 40 to the 39. Going to bring up a 4th down and 3.
So, yeah, they're definitely in plus territory now, but they will definitely go for it. 0 for 4 tonight on 4th down conversions, but this one more manageable with the success they've had running the ball so far on this drive.
Clock under a minute, down to 50 seconds. 4th and 4 Warriors at the Prestonsburg 40. Grizzle, the pitch goes back to Jordan, and Jordan's going to be tackled for a loss by Hyden back at the 41-yard line, and the freshman comes up big on 4th down to get the football back for the offense.
Just a great open field tackle right there by Hyden. Great form. You see he went low because the runner was going low, and they met right there at the point of attack. And just a great tackle and another 4th down turnover for East Ridge.
With the clock under 40 seconds, Prestonsburg is not going to have to run an offensive play, and they're going to take a march to the locker room. 36-0. Black Cats on top of the East Ridge Warriors with 3 touchdowns in the second quarter to put the running clock in motion. We'll come back with your Douglas Ray Hall halftime report, as well as take a trip back to 1981 for this date in Floyd County football history. Prestonsburg 36, East Ridge nothing. Back in 3 minutes for your halftime report on FM 100 Sports.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. We're ready to make flu season flu-tastic. Dance your way through flu season with our flu vaccine. At Parkview Pharmacy, our staff are like flu-busting superheroes, and we are armed with the power of prevention. A quick, painless shot will keep you feeling fabulous all season long. Swing on by Parkview Pharmacy at me, because the only thing contagious here is good vibes. Call and schedule your flu-tastic appointment at 606-377-2117. Walk-ins are welcome also.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. That behind every athlete, there's a team, but it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Halftime here at Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium. Prestonsburg all over the East Ridge Warriors. 36-0 in the first round of the Class 2A state playoffs here in Prestonsburg. 36-0 the Black Cats on top of East Ridge. East Ridge got the ball first, and they got a turnover on downs, but they moved the ball pretty well. Got stopped short by a yard on fourth down. Prestonsburg took some time off the clock themselves, got on the scoreboard first with a 3-yard touchdown run by Kane Patton with 3:03 to play in the first quarter. Warriors got the ball back, Steve, and moved the ball pretty well. Fourth down stop again by the Black Cat defense, and then Kane Patton 34 yards for the touchdown, converted the 2-point conversion on a pass from A.J. Johnson. And then really after that, it was all Black Cats in the second quarter. Kane Patton, a 48-yard touchdown run. Kane Patton, a 28-yard pass from A.J. Johnson. And then most recently at the 5:15 mark, Patton put the running clock in motion, a 25-yard touchdown run. And that's where we are right now, 36-0. And, the gimmicky offense from East Ridge worked that first drive, maybe the first two drives, but you really saw that defense make adjustments and force East Ridge to go to the outside, and they just don't have the speed or the athleticism to really combat those defensive backs and those linebackers for Prestonsburg.
Yeah, especially those linebackers are going to the outside as well, and the secondary really is not going to have to worry about passing, so they're just dropping down too and getting big hits. And we've seen one right there with Hyden on this most recent fourth down stop. But It was a reoccurring theme in that first half. You know, even on the first two drives where Eastridge was able to move the ball, you said it. Fourth down, couldn't get it. Give it back to Prestonsburg. Kane Patton scores a touchdown. And it really went crazy in that second quarter. And tell you what, I mean, we talked about it in the pregame with that District Player of the Year chatter, and he's probably feels like he has something to prove, and he has proven it here in that first half, and it just went all over Eastridge.
Individual numbers for Eastridge. They have ran 31 offensive plays. All of them have been on the ground. They've netted 67 total yards. That's an average of just 2.2 yards per carry. Talon Jordan, the leading ball carrier, 12 carries for 28 yards. Aiden Mullins, 7 carries for 21 yards. Connor Grizzle, 4 carries for 10 yards. And Cole Ratliff. This does factor in the big loss on the punt attempt, 8 carries for a net gain of 8 yards for Cole Ratliff. Eastridge has 2 first downs, both coming on that opening drive, coincidentally, for the Warriors. For Prestonsburg, A.J. Johnson, 3 of 8 passing the football. He's been off tonight on his deep ball for 43 yards and a score. Those completions to Kane Patton, 2 catches, 34 yards and a touchdown. And Barrett Hunter on the short jet sweep pass, 1 catch for 9 yards for Hunter. Running the football, Prestonsburg has 13 carries for 170 yards and 4 touchdowns. Kane Patton, no surprise, 6 carries, 111 yards. 4 of those 6 carries have gone for touchdowns. He's averaging 18.5 yards per carry. Johnson, 4 carries for 48 yards, and Drake Hatfield, 3 carries for 11 yards. Prestonsburg with 3 first downs in the first half. 36-0 your score. Prestonsburg on top of Eastridge at the break. When we come back, we'll take a step back in time to November 6th, 1981 for a big win in Prestonsburg history. We'll take a trip back and look at Prestonsburg and Morgan County on this date 41 years ago, back in 1981. 36-0 your score here. That's right, 41. Yeah.
41 from now?
Yeah, 1981.
We're in 2025?
Yeah, it's 41 years.
41?
I'm 37. I was born in 88, so it can't be 31.
81?
Yes.
Okay.
It can't be 31 because I'm older than that.
It's not 31.
I said 41. I corrected myself.
Wouldn't that be 44?
Okay, yes, that makes more sense. Oh, listen, I said the math wasn't mathing.
Obviously not.
Oh, gosh. 36-0 your halftime score. At least I can read a scoreboard. Prestonsburg on top of Eastridge. We'll come back and look at this date in Floyd County football history. Back in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
It's fall, y'all, and are you ready to fall into some incredible savings with the region's best network, Appalachian Wireless? Come shop the latest devices at prices you'll love and see how our team can better serve you with plans and promotions that are made just for you. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just looking for the best service, Appalachian Wireless has you covered. So what are you waiting for? Visit us on the web or stop by one of our many retail locations and take advantage of these amazing fall deals. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
We are back.
Listen.
Man, listen, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Oh, well, I'm glad it could be at my expense. So much for that third-place finish in the Jenny Wiley Academic Conference back in freshman year. Oh, goodness. 36-0. Prestonsburg on top of Eastridge at the half. Let's now go to 1981, 44 years ago.
I wasn't there as I was not born yet.
November 6th. Whitley, you've missed it all. November 6th, 1981. Prestonsburg hosted Morgan County in the regular season finale, and the win 7-6. It was quite the shootout.
Yes, 6-7.
I'm walking home. I'm done.
Okay, go proceed.
Prestonsburg knocked off the Morgan County Cougars 7-6, and the win clinched just their second ever postseason berth.
Wow.
And the playoffs for KHSAA started in 1959. So,
wow.
And of course, in the early days of the playoffs, it wasn't, you only had your district winners and runners-up. So you kind of had to earn your way into the playoffs. There were a lot more teams, fewer classes. But still,
that's really hard to believe, though. Too, that was just their second.
Their first came in 1976. They got their second postseason berth on this date. They clinched it with a 7-6 win over Morgan County. John Gillum scored a 1-yard touchdown run, and B.J. Sturgill got the point after, and that was the extent of the scoring.
Wow.
They would win their first ever playoff game the following week at Johns Creek, who had upset district favorite Whitesburg to host and claim that district championship. They beat Johns Creek 27-8 in the first round of the playoffs a week later back in 1981. But a big milestone win for the late Philip Haywood and the Prestonsburg Black Cats on this date back in 1981 to clinch their second ever playoff appearance. And we talked in the pregame, they got their first playoff win the following week, and they since then have got 44 more playoff wins in their history. But a big win 44 years ago on this date back in 1981. It's 36-0 here. The Black Cats all over the Eastridge Warriors. It will be a running clock for the remainder of this one in the entirety of the second half, and we will have a couple of scores to run down for you. Before we go to break, in the third quarter, Knott County Central on top of Shelby Valley 30-14. If that score holds, the Patriots will come here to Prestonsburg next week in the second round, and that would be Knott County's first ever postseason win on the road at Shelby Valley. And then we mentioned earlier Johnson Central rolling Harrison County 41-0 up in Paintsville. Again, your score here, 36-0 Black Cats over Eastridge. We'll take one final 2-minute break, 3-minute break, Chris, 3-minute break, and come back with third quarter action here at Black Cat Stadium.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
It's fall, y'all, and are you ready to fall into some incredible savings with the region's best network, Appalachian Wireless? Come shop the latest devices at prices you'll love and see how our team can better serve you with plans and promotions that are made just for you, whether you're upgrading, switching, or just looking for the best service. Appalachian Wireless has you covered. So what are you waiting for? Visit us on the web or stop by one of our many retail locations and take advantage of these amazing fall deals, because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Dee Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Hey, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. Your feet are your foundation, and taking care of them is essential. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and at Parkview Pharmacy, we understand the unique challenges you face when it comes to foot care. That's why we offer a wide range of over-the-counter diabetic foot care items to assist you in living your best life. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy and let us help you put your best foot forward. Give us a call at 606-377-2117.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
36-0, your halftime score. Prestonsburg on top of East Ridge. It will be a running clock for the entirety of the second half here at Black Cat Stadium, Josh Francis Field. Prestonsburg will look to advance to next week's second round, where they will host either Knott County Central or Shelby Valley. Right now, the Patriots are 30-14 leaders over the Wildcats at Robinson Creek, and that was Black Cats said they wanted Knott County. Not because they like the matchup or anything of that nature. We talked about it in the pregame. The Black Cats were snubbed of postseason district honors. The Player of the Year going to Devin Maynard of Martin County. Again, you can make an argument that he is a well-deserving individual.
Yeah.
And the Coach of the Year went to Randall Mullins of Knott County Central. Again, not saying either one of those individuals is undeserving of the award, but you blitz through a district undefeated and steamroll everyone. You win the outright district championship at the opponent's field in a slobber knocker, drag-out fight. And you go 0 for 3, lineman of the year in there as well. And this team, like they needed more motivation.
Those would be all indications, though, that they should have swept these awards. But I mean, you know how it is around here. That's just the way it goes. But
you made a point in the pregame that this is a team that they've sacrificed a lot of individual stats. They've sacrificed a lot of individual numbers and accolades to go 10-0, to get to the point where they are currently. So it's, they understand in a bigger picture it's kind of not what they've tried to do. But Hager will be the first to tell you, look, I've got a couple kids that are more than deserving to get those honors.
And of course he's going to do that for his kids. But I will agree with him. But and like you said, no disrespect or anything like that to Coach Mullins over at Knott and Devin Maynard over in Mark County, who's had an outstanding season and an outstanding career as well in his own right. And if the award was going to go to anybody but Patton, then Maynard would be a deserving candidate.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, so it could have been either one of those two. It's been neck and neck between those two all season long, and congratulations to him for winning the award, and to Coach Mullins for Coach of the Year. But of course, folks around Prestonsburg, of course, they want their guys to succeed, and they want the individual awards for their guys and their coaches, and I completely understandable on both sides.
And we'll get to see Maynard live and in person.
Looking
tomorrow
forward
night.
to that. Yeah.
It may be torrential downpour that we get to see him play in when they
Makes
host
it even
Betsy
better.
Lane tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But we will be there, Inez, for the Bobcats and Cardinals and their first-round matchup tomorrow. Still a half to play in this one. Eastridge opens up the second half with a squibbed onside kick. And
unexpected by Prestonsburg.
And looks like Prestonsburg is
They
going to
did get
fall on it. It was Barron Kraft who alertly fell on it right at the 50. And that was
went
a
10 yards.
fantastic, squib, onside, whatever you want to call it.
It was a surprise, that was for sure.
A great kick by Eastridge and nice heads-up play by Barron Kraft. And the Black Cats will take over to start this third quarter at the 50-yard line. Third quarter football brought to you by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
And we've seen the big hit ability that Prestonsburg had. They scored, 3 touchdowns there on very minimal amount of play. So I would say if they get the one here, I'd say you'll probably be looking at some second-string action after this drive.
Johnson in shotgun, one receiver split wide to the left, 2 to the right. The handoff goes to Hatfield. He's going to get across the 45 and will slide ahead to the 42. Solid gain of 8 on first down by Drake Hatfield.
Nice run there, quick burst of speed there by Hatfield to pick up those 8 to 9 yards. So maybe try to give him the ball a few more times. I'm trying because he deserves it. You know, Colin, his brother, gets a lot of attention in that backfield. So give some love to Drake, try to get him some run, and try to get a touchdown.
2nd and 2, Johnson. Quick
Let's
hitter
throw.
right side to Brady Allen. A first down across the 40 and will be brought down at the 35-yard line. So a nice solid pickup of 7 to move the chains from Johnson to Allen.
And Josh, and we talked about individual sacrifices being made for the betterment of the team, and we talked about Brady Allen quite a bit last week, and he is one of the perfect example of that. You know, he was a go-to guy last year at wide receiver, and I think if you look at individual sacrifice, he's given up the most. I mean, he is the way they have run the ball this season, Allen has really kind of been left out of the picture, but that was a nice pickup right there. And it's so good to see him still contributing and being a leader for this team.
Clock continuing to roll. 1st and 10. Johnson on the read option. Keeper is going to trip over the 30-yard line and will be brought down by the paint at the 26.
Listen, he had a lead blocker. It might have been Hicks, but he had a lead blocker. I think he would have been gone if he could have stayed on his feet, but he got tripped up there in that turf. That turf monster will get you sometimes, but nevertheless a positive pickup for Prestonsburg.
The defensive end, Evan Ratliff, bit on the fake to Hatfield, and a nice read by Johnson to keep it around the left side and pick up solid yardage. Brings up 2nd and 1. Trips to the right, empty backfield for Johnson. Looks to the right. He's got Allen on the wide receiver screen. Picks up a first down. He's got a couple of blockers. Across the 15, Allen, stutter step inside the 5, and he's going to step out of bounds back at the 8-yard line. A first down, though, will bring up a 1st and goal situation inside the East Ridge 10.
And, you know, Brady was doing everything he could to get in the end zone right there, and he came up just short. But another nice completion and a nice effort there by Allen to get that first down.
A pickup of 18 yards up to the East Ridge 8. Brings up 1st and goal. Sam Hyde and Johnson run into the Black Cat huddle.
So we got that smaller field now. Maybe try to see, of course, Prestonsburg, you know what they can do running the ball. Maybe try a couple of pass plays here to get Alex's confidence up. He's struggled somewhat tonight, but we'll see what he can do here.
He's completed his last 2 attempts. Shotgun formation for Johnson. It's going to be a touch pass to Hyden around the left side. Gets across the 5, and that's about it, down to the 4. Brings up 2nd and goal inside the 5-yard line.
And Prestonsburg, of course, Hager talked about Sam Hyden and his defensive prowess this season with just being a ball hawk, intercepting the ball, and he had mentioned that they're looking for him to be, in the future, even on the offensive side, to be a big factor.
7:33 to play third quarter in this running clock. The Black Cats received the second half kickoff, recovered the onside kick right at the 50. They've gone 46 yards now, 2nd and goal at the East Ridge 4. Johnson, touch pass to Hyden, and he's going to be able to roll into the end zone easily for the Black Cat touchdown.
We got
a late flag coming in. And it's right at the goal line. We'll see.
Looks like the reaction from Hager down on the sideline looks like it'll be coming back.
And we'll see what the official call is. It was a late flag.
Yeah, very late. Hyden was already in the end zone.
Personal foul against the Black Cats, and so
didn't really get to see what was going on
there.
there.
He didn't signal whether the touchdown stood or not. It's not been put on the scoreboard.
No, they're moving back, so it looks like it will.
You don't see a whole lot of personal fouls during a live ball.
No. So it looks like the touchdown will be waved off. Prestonsburg will move back.
So that's going to make it first and goal. Second and goal from the 16-yard line.
Well, there was a loss of down as well then.
Johnson, quick hitter to Hyden at the 15, makes a man miss, gets inside the 10, another man miss at the 5, and Hyden's going to walk into the end zone. Boy,
he made up for it.
What a catch and run by Sam Hyden.
And he was just making defenders miss on that one, but a great way to make up for the previous touchdown. And that was a nice pass, nice catch, and great effort there by Hyden to get in.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown, a name you've known and trusted for more than 30 years, serving Floyd County. McDowell Professional Pharmacy. 16 yards on the pitch and catch from A.J. Johnson to Sam Hyden makes it 42-0 Prestonsburg.
So it's the first touchdown by Prestonsburg, not by Kane Patton tonight.
Yes, sir. Johnson to attempt the point after. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. Kick is no good. Missed it wide to the right. 4:55 to play, third quarter. Prestonsburg on top, 42-0. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and endless support, shaping the hearts and minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Caden Stewart fields the kickoff at his own 16-yard line and will run it up for a good return out to the 40-yard line of Eastridge, and that's where Eastridge will take over with 3:30 to play here in this third quarter. A good one brewing in Pike County. Nod County Central at one point led 30-7. It's now 30-20 with 4:25 to play in the ball game.
Still a lot of time left in that one.
Valley trying to complete the comeback at home in the playoffs. Nod County trying to look for its first postseason win in program history. Jordan, the QB keeper, gets across the line of scrimmage, trying to get out to the 45-yard line, and he's going to be marked short at about the 44.5, a short pickup of 4 on first down for Talon Jordan.
And it looked like he may have ran into his own lineman there, and then that just enough time for the Prestonsburg defenders to come in and make the stop.
2nd and 5. They're going to give him the 45. Eastridge, all 32 offensive plays have been runs. And a bad snap, a fumble. Jordan picks it up, and is going to try to fight back to the line of scrimmage. He does a pretty good job.
He did. Could have been a lot worse.
Picked up the ball about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage and is going to get back to about a loss of 1.
They've had issues with the snap all night. Been very low snaps, so they're having to go very low to get them, and that one just went right by him. And like you said, he was lucky to get what he got, and could have been a lot worse, but sets up a
Actually, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, so
Wow.
a loss of 0 on the play. A
Yes.
very fortunate series of events for Eastridge. Clock under 2 minutes. Jordan, sweep to the left. Gets around the edge and will be marked out of bounds shy of the 50. That was the yard to gain. He's going to be a couple of yards short, brings up 4th down near midfield.
So it looks like there are some of the backup players in on defense right now for Prestonsburg, but they're still with the same game plan. They have really taken those outside runs away, clogging up the middle, and those linebackers and secondaries dropping down just to, for help. But another 4th down here for Eastridge. It's been a rough night on this down for the Warriors.
Well, the sideline and the scoreboard say 3rd down. It should be 4th down. Jordan has it. He's going to pick it up nonetheless across the 50, and is going to be pushed back at the Eastridge or the Prestonsburg 45. So give him a gain of 7 and a 1st down. The first down for Eastridge since their first possession of the game.
And listen, you got to give it to Jordan. He's doing everything he can, and this kid has been wrapped up a lot tonight, but he's doing everything he can just to provide a spark for this Eastridge team.
30 seconds to play, 3rd quarter. Eastridge down big to Prestonsburg, 42-0. Grizzle loses the snap, and
it's a fight for it.
He couldn't quite get it on the initial dive. We'll see who comes up with it. And, of course, a big pile to sift through right at the Eastridge 40 or the Prestonsburg 45-yard line, and Eastridge is going to keep possession.
That's going to end the 3rd quarter.
And that will end the 3rd quarter. 42-0. Prestonsburg up big on Eastridge as we head to the 4th and final quarter. It's the Class 2A first round of the playoffs at Black Cat Stadium on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
4th quarter, Eastridge first play nets about 3 yards on the carry by Ratliff. Cole Ratliff brings up 2nd and 7. Prestonsburg on top of the Warriors big, 42-0. 3rd down and 7, I'm sorry.
And this is one of those moments right now if you're Prestonsburg, even though you got your backups in on defense, shut them out up to this point, and they're wanting to try to preserve it and get a shutout victory.
3rd and 7 at the Prestonsburg 47. Jordan around the left side, picks up the 1st down and more, breaks a tackle inside the 30, and is going to get all the way down to the 21-yard line. A big, big gain for Talon Jordan, his longest run of the night.
Of course, he had a great run on their very first possession, the opening drive, had about a 14, 15-yard gain, but that one right there eclipses that one. So, again, you just talk about the effort he is putting out there and doing everything he can to provide a spark and hopefully for an Eastridge fan to get in the end zone.
And you're right. These 2nd and 3rd string defenders want to keep this shutout intact. Jordan, 1st down carry from the Prestonsburg 21, will get across the 20, near the 15-yard line. A pickup of about 5 brings up 2nd and 5 for the Warriors.
So when we talked about Eastridge and everything they were able to do the net opening drive, and just unfortunate for them that they were not able to keep it going, and it's just been downhill from there.
2 minutes into this fourth quarter, Prestonsburg on top, 42-0 on Eastridge. From the 16-yard line, inside the red zone, Jordan hands it off to Ratliff, and he's not going to go anywhere. No, I'm sorry, that was Aiden Mullins on the carry. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2, back to the 18.
Maybe Grant Clifton there on the tackle for Prestonsburg, one of the reserve defenders. A nice tackle there by Clifton.
Final in Johnson County. Johnson Central rolls the Harrison County Thoroughbreds 48-16 to advance in the Class 4A playoffs. Talon Jordan sweep around the right side. He gets across the 15, and that's where he's going to be spotted at the 15. Brings up a 4th and 5 after the short pickup of 3.
So congratulations to Johnson Central moving on. And I'll tell you what, and we've talked about best teams in the mountains here, and Johnson Central's right at the top of that list.
They have not skipped a beat since naming Jesse Peck head coach several years ago. 4th and 4, 4th and 5, Eastridge at the 15. Handoff, Jordan gives it to Grizzle, and he's going to be stopped again short of the first down by about a yard. Needed 4, got 3, and another turnover on downs for Eastridge.
So I'll tell you what, Josh, I mean, you got to think about these younger guys getting in there. That is huge for their confidence. I mean, Eastridge still have a lot of their first-string guys in on offense, so that's a huge confidence boost to be able to hold them on 4th down.
And that is one of the things where these lopsided first-round playoff games where you can get a lot of these guys some – not just game action, because they've seen some time throughout the year, but this is elongated, stretches where you are, having to play some big minutes and some big football in the postseason. As Prestonsburg takes a timeout, 8:04 to play here in this fourth quarter. Timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. Pharmacist Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time out to answer any questions you have about your medications. They ask you to take time out for your health care and pay them a visit at Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to look ahead to tomorrow night.
Okay,
I'm sure
fine.
what you were going to say was a lot more relevant than that.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Appreciate you. On tap tomorrow, you've got a couple of games in their area. But Paintsville making the long drive to Williamsburg down near the Tennessee border, and that's never an easy place to play. But Brian Melvin named the Class A District Coach of the Year this week.
Congratulations, Coach Melvin.
He will have his team ready to take on the Yellow Jackets and head coach Jerry Herron. Also in Class 2A, Belfry at home versus Leslie County. And then what a drive the Raiders of McCreary Central have to make. They've got to go from Whitley City to Louisa. I'm sure they left yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, and they won't get there till tomorrow.
If they're lucky.
What a drive.
1st and 10, Black Cats at their own 15-yard line. And Brady Allen. The QB keeper makes a man miss at the 30, and he's going to be brought down from behind at midfield by Silas Wilson, the freshman, across midfield at the Eastridge 48-yard line. A 37-yard run by Brady Allen.
Good for Allen right there to get some reps at quarterback, and nice keeper there on the big-time run. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for the freshman Wilson there on that tackle, he would have been gone.
1st and 10, Prestonsburg across the 50 at the Eastridge 47-yard line. Split wide receivers each way for Allen in there at quarterback. Hatfield on his left hip and shotgun. Handoff goes to Hatfield right up the gut. He gets across the line of scrimmage out across the 45 to the 44. And there's some scuffling going on in the
this ain't
defensive
good.
backfield. 2 flags come flying in. 3 flags come flying in.
Well, you had an East Ridge player at the end of that.
We had a 4th one.
Yeah.
Didn't quite leave. It left the officials' hand. Give them 4 flags on the play. And it was 20 yards downfield.
Yeah, a couple of guys going at it there, and they were on the ground. That's definitely not a good thing.
And, in a game like this, it's lopsided. This is something that you do not want to see either team. And we'll get the official word from the White Hat. Dead ball, personal foul against the Black Cats. Dead ball, personal foul against East Ridge. Offsetting, first down. So it is a gain of 3 for Drake Hatfield. Out to the 44 of East Ridge.
Emotions are high, of course, especially if you're East Ridge.
A little bit.
You're taking one on the chin yet again, and just hadn't been really chippy at all tonight. That's the first really incident that we've had like that, extracurricular activity, but nevertheless, we roll on.
2nd and 7 from the East Ridge 44. Under 6 to play, 4th quarter. Allen at shotgun, rolls to the left. It's a QB keeper out of the Wildcat. And it's going to roll out of bounds at the 45 for a loss of 1 on the play for Brady Allen.
Nice containment there on the edge, far edge there on the far side by East Ridge to actually, like you said, lose a yard there for Brady Allen.
A final in Pike County. Prestonsburg will welcome in the Knott County Central Patriots next week as they knock off Shelby Valley 30-20. And a huge congratulations to that football program and head coach Randall Mullins, their first ever postseason win. And a tremendous turnaround that he has had in his 4+ years at the helm. They've revamped the facilities, and they've fallen on some really hard times in their history, but a first round playoff win for them on the road at Shelby Valley. And meanwhile here, Brady Allen scrambles for a big first down run out to the East Ridge 35-yard line. Picks up 9 and moves the sticks for another Black Cat first down.
So Brady Allen leading the charge here on this drive. Picked up some nice big gains here in this 4th quarter. And of course you got Drake Hatfield out there as well. Had a solid game tonight also.
4:25 to play in the 4th. Prestonsburg all over East Ridge, 42-0. Allen, the shovel pass to Hatfield, it hit the deck, and that should go down as an incomplete pass.
And I'll tell you what, Hatfield was lucky to recover that. It kind of bounced right back up into his hands, but a host of East Ridge defenders were already there.
They're going to mark it for a 2-yard loss. He shoveled it forward.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Loss of 2.
And Prestonsburg trying to get some guys some action. Allen in a shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Drops back, looking to pass. He's going to throw the quick hitter on the left side. That is Cruz Clark, who catches the football, and he caught it close to the 30, Steve. They're going to mark him back across the 35 at near the 36. That's going to go down as a gain of 1. Forget forward progress up to the 30.
Yeah.
Unless, listen, my math hasn't been mathing. Maybe my eyes aren't eyeing. I don't know. I said what I said.
Well, yeah, you did. But it looked like he got spun around when he caught the ball, and it turned him backwards, but they didn't give him much on that one.
Under 3 to play. 3rd and 11 for Prestonsburg. Shovel pass goes to the man in motion, Connor Dixon, across the 35 and hit hard by Caden Stewart. A pickup of about 2.5, maybe 3 out to the 33. Brings up 4th and 8 for Prestonsburg.
And that was a nice hit there by Stewart. That play got shut down immediately, only a gain of a couple. So a 4th down here for Prestonsburg. I think only their second of the night compared to what Eastridge has had to deal with.
Game clock down to 2:15. It's been a running clock all second half. Prestonsburg on top, 42-0. Trips to the left, one to the right for quarterback Brady Allen. It's a keeper around the right side, trying to find the edge, and he can't do it. Stopped for a short gain of about half a yard. A turnover on downs by the Black Cat offense. We'll give the ball back to Eastridge inside its own 35.
So, yeah, under 2 minutes to go now. So Prestonsburg defense was able to get a turnover on downs. The last offensive possession for Eastridge, which, not a whole lot of time left unless Eastridge can break off a huge play here, but looks like they just might preserve this shutout.
Eastridge breaks the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 33. Snap goes to Ratliff. It's going to be a triple reverse. No, Jordan keeps it, and he's not going anywhere. Cameron Little, the sophomore, wrapped him up back at the 25-yard line for a huge loss. They're going to blow his progress dead. And a big loss on the play. Cameron Little got in the backfield in a hurry, was not fooled at all.
No, that was just a perfect read there by Little on that, like you said, triple option there. And they've tried that so many times tonight, and Prestonsburg defense has not been fooled. Just a great read by Little and a great play.
45 seconds. Jordan, the first pass attempt of the night is incomplete. Intended downfield for his big target, Michael Blair.
So, 40 seconds left in the game when you attempt your first pass. We know what they were capable of doing running the ball, but the first pass was toward the end of the game.
Hey, there's been some games they've attempted no passes.
Right.
Jordan, the keeper around the left side. It's a sweep. Gets around the edge across the 35. He's got the first down and more out of bounds near the 50 with 7 seconds on the clock, and that is going to do it. Prestonsburg gets the first round shutout over Eastridge, advancing easily to the second round. 42-0, your final score. We'll take a quick 3-minute break and come back and wrap this one up and look ahead to tomorrow night, our second broadcast of the week from Martin County. Again, your final tonight from Prestonsburg. The Black Cats 42, Eastridge 0. Back in 3 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Dee Dee Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Hey, this is Pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. Your feet are your foundation, and taking care of them is essential. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and at Parkview Pharmacy, we understand the unique challenges you face when it comes to foot care. That's why we offer a wide range of over-the-counter diabetic foot care items to assist you in living your best life. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy and let us help you put your best foot forward. Give us a call at 606-377-2117.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Defense wins championships, And at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Final score tonight from Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium. Prestonsburg rolls East Ridge 42-0 to advance in the Class 2A state playoffs to the second round next week, where they will take on Knott County Central right back here at Black Cat Stadium. Some individual numbers. East Ridge, Talon Jordan, a solid game for the junior. He ran for the year nearly 1,400 yards. He surpassed that number tonight, 21 carries, 86 yards. Aiden Mullins, 8 carries for 19 yards. Eastridge, though, all in all, 44 carries, 129 yards, 2.9 yards per carry. Just really could never get it going after those first two offensive drives that were stalled on fourth down by that Black Cat defense. Another day at the office for Kane Patton and A.J. Johnson. Patton, 145 total yards, 5 total touchdowns, 111 yards on the ground, 34 yards through the air on 2 receptions for Patton. He accounted for 5 of Prestonsburg's 6 touchdowns. A.J. Johnson, 88 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, also ran the ball for 57 yards. And how about the freshman birthday boy, Sam Hyden, 2 catches for 20 yards and a touchdown in his playoff debut for head coach Wes Hager and the Black Cats. Time to name our player of the game, Steve Sloan.
Well, I'll tell you what, it may not be as prestigious as the 2A District Player of the Year, but I'm going to go with Kane Patton, WMDJ Player of the Game, yet again, 145 total yards and 5 touchdowns. Scored the team's first 5 touchdowns for the Black Cats to just really lead the way, get the running clock going in that second quarter. Just an outstanding effort. Started out a little bit slow, did Patton. He was contained a little bit and had 4 yards on his first couple of carries, but then he was able to get it going. It's tough to contain the great players, and he's one of the great players, not only in this area but the entire state, regardless of class, and one of the great players here in program history as well. But WMDJ Player of the Game yet again. Congratulations to Kane Patton.
His first 3 carries went for 0 yards, 1 yard, and a 3-yard touchdown. His next 3 carries, 34-yard touchdown, 48-yard touchdown, 25-yard touchdown. All in all, 6 carries, 111 yards. 4 of those 6 carries found the end zone. Kane Patton, our WMDJ Player of the Game. So Prestonsburg will be back at home next week against Knott County Central. They held off Shelby Valley tonight 30-20 to get their first ever postseason win. That one came on the road at Shelby Valley, so they will come on the road again next week here to Black Cat Stadium. We hope to be here for that one as well. Also tonight, Johnson Central rolled Harrison County 48-16 up in Paintsville, the Golden Eagles advancing in Class 4A. So really quick thought, next week the Patriots come to town. We saw them against Prestonsburg in Hindman. That was kind of a slow start. The Patriots able to throw the football, but Prestonsburg ultimately kind of did what they've done all season and gone through running clock on progress. That game, though, if you remember, got really chippy,
that's what I was going to say.
Really physical late, so much, in fact, that the Black Cats did not go through the handshake line straight to the locker room. So we'll see what kind of attitude and mentality comes out on the field next week for both of these teams.
Yeah, you talk about, that's what I was getting ready to say too, how chippy it was, especially late in the game, and a lot of you call it extracurricular activity. That's all it is, and there was a lot of, it seems like after every play, there was something going on, pushing, shoving, and trying to punch each other even with the helmet on. I mean, there was a lot going on.
There's a lot happening.
So that was just a regular season game, district game. Now you're in the playoffs. A lot on the line. Prestonsburg, one of the best seasons they've had in school history. Not Central, I think by far the best season they've ever had. So they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder, a lot to prove. Like, hey, we're the real deal. 9-2 now, so they're going to come in ready to roll next Friday. But it's different playing here. It is different playing here on the road. When you come to this place in the playoffs, this home field advantage is absolutely tough to stop.
That'll be next Friday. We hope to be here for that one to bring it to you live on FM 100 Sports. We are not done this week, however. One more broadcast tomorrow.
Double dip.
Audio only. It is only going to be heard on the radio, on the app, on the website. No video tomorrow. Audio only. Betsy Lane travels to Martin County for the first round of the playoffs. And the weather will probably not be great. I think that actually hurts Betsy Lane.
Mm-hmm.
That might be why Martin County didn't look to move the football game.
Yep,
that's a guess. It's speculation purely on my part.
That could be a fact, though.
I have had some people from Betsy Lane say, listen, if it was clear weather, we may like our chances a little bit more. I think it is important to note that Isaiah Allen did not play the last time they met. That was the third game of the season. He got injured the first game. And listen, he's a difference maker. It's a much different offense when he is on the field. He just does a lot from a leadership standpoint as well as a talent standpoint to lift that team up. And I think it'll be closer than people think. I'm excited to see that matchup. Weather aside, we will be in Inez tomorrow to bring you the Bobcats and the Cardinals.
I think, like you said, with Allen being down for multiple weeks, but I was doing some prep yesterday just looking at the stats, and just in a short amount of time he has been – just the production he has given – and just another viable threat to Eli Gerald, the young quarterback for Betsy Lane. But I agree with the sentiment that maybe that's why Martin County didn't want to move the game, because we know Betsy Lane loves to pass the ball. So it'll be an interesting contrast to see how they can go up against the juggernaut that is Devin Maynard over at Martin County. And haven't got to see him play this year, so we're really looking forward to that.
We will bring that to you live, audio only, whether it's on the radio dial 100.1, on the WMDJ app, or at WMDJFM.com. Game time at 7:30. Pregame show going live at 7.
Got one more plug here.
What's up?
I talked about Prestonsburg Cheer last week.
You did?
I did.
I had 2 fried bologna sandwiches from their concession stand earlier.
Okay, hey, shout out to them. They have great concession. They have different items of food every week. And look at me. I've done a lot of testing over this season. They had fried bologna, potato soup, just a variety of different things, even iced coffee as well in there. So, which I'm sure they probably had hot chocolate as well. But they do a great job. They work tremendously hard. Of course, my wife Felicia and Britta as well. They do a lot of work in there, as well as the other parents, to get everything ready for the concession. But the cheer team, of course, they competed it was the regional competition last week. I was mistaken. I thought it was the state competition last week. But it was the regional competition in Clay County. State is at GRC, George Rogers Clark. But next Saturday, they are competing in the UCA regional competition at Rupp Arena to compete for a bid to the Nationals at Disney in Florida.
And listen, if you're familiar with the world of cheerleading, there's KHSAA, and that's kind of the state. That's the sanction statewide. Yes. UCA is the big one. That's the big national one down at Disneyland, Orlando, wherever it is in Florida. That's the big one. So that's a big deal. Next Saturday, the 15th.
Yes, next Saturday, the 15th.
The Bluegrass region.
Yeah, the Bluegrass region. Yes. So
I know my cheerleading.
There you go. And it is. Hey, listen, these young girls. Cheerleading doesn't get the recognition as football
I would
or
echo
basketball.
that.
But listen, these young girls, not only here at Prestonsburg, but the other programs as well, put in such hard work, such dedication in their craft, and they do such a great job. And it is a very physical sport. It is a sport. There's always a lot of debate. Is cheerleading a sport? Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And they, my daughter Bailey, she is proof that she's. dealing with nagging injuries, bruises on her from slapping the signs on her legs. So it is a very physical sport. But, again, just want to wish them the best of luck next Saturday. I'll have a little bit more information next Friday as to what time they will actually compete. I know it's a little earlier in the morning, but I'll have an exact time by next Friday. But, again, best of luck to them traveling down to Lexington next Saturday.
Well, best of luck to them and all area teams as they compete in that next week. Again, your final score tonight, Prestonsburg 42, East Ridge 0. We will see you tomorrow night from Inez for Betsy Lane and Martin County. For Chris Porter, the Porterhouse, back in the studios. For Whitley Hall on camera. For Steve Sloan, I am Josh McKinney one more time saying good night from Prestonsburg.